eco-friendly, natural, sustainable, green. These words are everywhere, from the food we eat, to the clothes we wear, to the products we proudly buy thinking we're saving the planet. But what if I told you, many of these claims are carefully designed illusions? Welcome to Save the Earth. Today we expose one of the biggest environmental deceptions of our time. This is greenwashing. How companies fool us into feeling eco-friendly while continuing to harm the planet. Greenwashing is when a company appears environmentally responsible without making real, meaningful changes. Instead of reducing pollution, they redesign packaging. Instead of changing supply chains, they change slogans. Instead of protecting nature, they sell the idea of caring. Greenwashing doesn't solve environmental problems. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Greenwashing works because we want to believe it. We're constantly bombarded with news about climate change, and it makes us anxious. We feel a nagging guilt about our own consumption habits, from the coffee we drink to the clothes we buy. We genuinely want to do the right thing, but the scale of the problem feels overwhelming, and frankly, we don't want to completely overhaul our lives. This creates the perfect opening for a powerful psychological shortcut. Confirmation bias. We look for information that confirms what we already wish were true, that we can be sustainable without significant sacrifice. So when a product flashes a green leaf and the words eco-friendly, our brain latches onto it. It's an instant hit of relief, a feeling of virtue without the hard work. Psychologists call this moral licensing. By making one small, seemingly good choice, we give ourselves subconscious permission to let other, less sustainable behaviors slide. It's a psychological loophole that lets us feel good while excusing us from deeper responsibility. First up, one of the most common tricks, using vague words with no real meaning. You've seen them everywhere, words like natural, green, or earth-friendly, splashed across packaging. They sound reassuring, but what do they actually promise? Natural doesn't automatically mean sustainable or safe. Crude oil is natural, but we wouldn't call an oil spill earth-friendly. Similarly, green doesn't guarantee low emissions or ethical sourcing. These terms are unregulated and undefined. So, if a brand uses them without providing specific data, independent certifications, or transparency about their supply chain, it's a major red flag. It's not just marketing, it's misdirection. Number 2. Green packaging, dirty product. This is about visual distraction. A company might use earthy tones, recycled-looking paper, and images of nature to wrap their product. But a plastic bottle covered in leaves is still plastic. And that recyclable label? It's often misleading. Many materials are only recyclable in specialized facilities that most communities don't have access to. The beautiful design distracts us from the ugly reality of the product's end of life. 3. Highlighting one small good thing. This is a classic misdirection tactic. A company might loudly proclaim, "Our packaging is now recyclable," making you feel good about your purchase. But what they conveniently omit is the rest of the story. They remain silent about the water their factories pollute, their significant carbon emissions, or poor labor conditions. By focusing on one minor positive, they distract from larger problems. This is called selective disclosure. 4. Fake or misleading certifications. Have you ever seen a label that just looks official? It might use green leaves or a picture of the earth. The problem is, many of these are created by the companies themselves, with no external oversight. True sustainability claims are backed by rigorous, independent, third-party standards, not just the company's own marketing team. Always be skeptical of seals you don't recognize. Greenwashing doesn't just mislead consumers. It delays real climate action, rewards bad actors, punishes truly sustainable companies, creates false hope. Worst of all, it makes people believe the problem is already being handled. But it's not. The planet doesn't care about branding. Here's how you can protect yourself. Look for specific data, not slogans. Check for third-party certifications. Research the company's full impact. Ask, is this a system change or a surface fix? Be skeptical of too perfect eco-claims. Remember, real sustainability means reducing production, slowing consumption, repairing instead of replacing accountability across the supply chain. It's not about buying better endlessly. It's about buying less and demanding better systems. Greenwashing thrives in silence. It survives when we don't ask questions, when we confuse marketing with morality, when we choose comfort over truth. Saving the planet doesn't start in shopping aisles. It starts with awareness. The next time something claims to be green, pause, look closer, and ask, who really benefits from this label? Have you ever bought something thinking it was eco-friendly, only to later discover the truth? Share your experience in the comments. If this video opened your eyes, like, share, and subscribe to save the Earth. Because real change begins when greenwashing ends.